Once I climbed down that pole to finish unraveling it, it just fell and I just had to jump off. This is it for me, I'm done. But not a lot of people made it up, so we were able to do a redemption round. We're gonna get into our under 10-minute workout. The obstacle course was already super slippery. On the first beam, I jumped on it, but I threw my entire body so that I could like just grab it like this. And I had the craziest and ugliest and most embarrassing fall ever, okay?
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Behind the Beast, where we get to know the contestants on Beast Game Season 2, Strong vs. Smart.
Hi guys, my name is Sonia. My number is 108 and I'm a software engineer by day and I'm also a fitness coach. I had come from a background of the military. I served in the Marine Corps for 8 years and yeah.
So she got a lot of smart and strong elements in her.
Okay, just a little bit.
Software engineer, okay.
Yeah.
So now you did mention that you used to be part of the U.S. Marine Corps. So how did that experience change how you approach fitness and discipline?
Honestly, the Marine Corps really taught me discipline. Discipline was a big key, a big factor, and just being able to have a type of structured program outside of just normal like Marine Corps standards. So have us like, maybe work out 3 days out of the week, but you yourself, you had to kind of have a structure to go kind of beyond your limits, and like really train because yes, what they provide for you is good, but in order to like really be the best and have like high scores in your tests, you really had to kind of go out on your own. As far as resilience, it kind of really just helped you to push like beyond what you think your limits are. So the Marine Corps really taught me like, yes, you are completely capable of doing anything. As long as you believe yourself, you stay consistent and you put in the work. So.
What were some of the more challenging parts of like being in the Marine Corps, starting off in the very beginning and looking at it in hindsight?
From the very beginning, I think for me, because I was not physically fit, that was my biggest challenge. I was not a runner. I was not strong at all. And, kind of like I mentioned before, I really had to take it upon myself to like work out and go to the gym. Sometimes we had to wake up at 0400 or 4 in the morning to work out, and we'd work out sometimes 2 hours. And for me, mentally, that was tough, but also physically, that was tough. And then, just kind of doing that with other people too, because sometimes you get thrown into things with other people and you have no idea who they are, and just being able to like work well with each other, you just had to figure that out.
So do you feel like that skill set also, like being thrown into a group and having to work together, helped you going into the competition itself?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because, when I got to the show, I was like, you don't know a single person there. And so being able to like just pinpoint someone, kind of vibe off of them and kind of get to know them, it helps you to like, okay, I can maybe feed off of them here, or I can learn this from them, or, I can do this challenge with this person. You kind of just get to know everyone. And it was, for me, it felt like pretty easy.
Cool, yeah. Awesome.
I'm dead with the eye contact. He's like,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you did mention that discipline was a very big part of your military experience. So how do you actually take that discipline and put it into your fitness day to day?
So on my day to day, honestly, I make sure I have a structured program. I'm very big on like routine. I take it upon myself to make sure I get up early. I have a set plan for my day. If I know I'm working these certain hours, I work. I either work out before or after. Discipline is it's so important. You have to be consistent with it. You have to know like what your goal is, what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to live like a healthy lifestyle, you're trying to like get some good endurance or just gain some strength. And I just embed that every single day. I know I have to work. I know how to take care of my family, but physical fitness is one of the most important things in my life too. So I make sure that that's a big priority of mine. So
now on Instagram, you call yourself a hybrid fitness coach. So can you tell me what hybrid fitness is and why that's so important to you in your fitness course?
So hybrid training is kind of like you're working on different types of training styles, whether it's like you're wanting to work on your strength, you're wanting to work on your endurance, or just certain like type of skills. like for example, calisthenics, you work on certain strengths, but skills as well. It just kind of is a approach of like being well-rounded, having a body that's well-rounded and is able to do many different things, not just one thing. And so when my approach with clients is not everyone has like one particular goal. Sometimes they have multiple, you know, sometimes they want to be strong. Sometimes they want to be a great runner. Sometimes they want to, you know, do better at swimming or, you know, something like that. And so my approach is to make sure when I create their programs or design their programs that they have all of those factors in there. They're working on their strength. You know, they have some days where they're working on a particular skill, or they have some type of recovery, or they're working on just something that just helps their goal. So I make sure that they're well-rounded and that they stay consistent in those types of things.
So whenever you were applying for Beast Games, did you put that as part of the application, that you have that variety and that skill set that
Yes.
so makes you very well-rounded?
I did. I said that I'm a jack of all trades.
There you go.
I do. I wear many hats, and I thought that was really important to mention because, you know, going to the show, some people just are really great at one thing.
Sure, yeah.
And, you know, kind of my big motto is I never wanted to be great at one thing. I just wanted to be good at many things. And I think for me, it just makes me well-rounded.
Yeah.
So if any type of challenge was presented to me, at least I know I could probably do that. Yeah.
So now balancing strength, speed, endurance, all those things is very challenging in its own right. So how do you actually go about making sure that clients that you take on are able to focus on all of those areas?
So first I have to like assess what their goal is. What are your goals here? And then also figure out what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are. And that way when I design the program, it's like we can focus on this, but without neglecting these things.
Sure.
And then I designed their program to fit all of those things that they're wanting to do. Again, whether it's strength, endurance, or something like that. Make sure there's definitely recovery. Recovery is very important. Mobility, just because you want your body to be able to function properly, not just in the gym, but outside of the gym too. Just regular things from like bending over to lifting certain things, right? And then also just monitoring. I monitor their progress throughout their time with me, and then just make adjustments as necessary. All right, you guys, we're going to get into our quick, it should be quick, under 10-minute workout. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 rounds of 8 dumbbell front squats, 6 handstand push-ups, 10 dumbbell deadlifts, and then 10 burpees over the dumbbells. Now, he's going to do half the reps, same amount of rounds though, and a lighter weight. It's just okay. So I'm going to show you guys the exercise. So the dumbbell front squats, mine are pretty heavy, but the intent is to bring them to your shoulders. One of the heads should be resting on your shoulders. Your feet have to be shoulder width apart, and you just squat down, keeping your elbows up. You don't want to like, it's heavy, but you don't want to like lean forward because then your dumbbells will fall forward and bring you down. And then you're going to do handstand push-ups, but with a release, meaning you're going to lose the momentum of the push-up. So when you come down, your hands will also be placed shoulder width apart. You're going to come down and your hands come off the ground and you push yourself back up. Keep your hips up, your back straight. You don't want to start dipping like you don't want to do your push-up like this. Your back should be straight and your hips up. And then we're going to do the dumbbell deadlift. You just want the one head of the dumbbell to touch the floor. Your feet can be about shoulder width. It could also be a little bit more narrow as well. And then you're going to hinge at your hips and then let that head touch the ground and then just come back up. You don't want to hyperextend. Just once you get to the top, squeeze your glutes and then get into the next rep. And then after that, you can put your dumbbells together to kind of make a line. And then you're going to do burpee over the dumbbell. So with the burpee, you're going to plop down. Chest is going to come to the ground. You can either bring one foot up or both. And then you're going to jump over. And do it again. And jump over. And that is what our workout is going to be.
All right, so to start off with, we want to talk about the first challenge that we're a part of, the strength challenge. It was absolutely insane. Can you walk us through what happened that day and the tiebreaker that you guys had to do?
Yeah, so honestly, I was actually very confident going into that one. Once I climbed down that pole, I was like, yes, like I'm gonna lift this the bag, the heavy bag, the sandbag, and I think it weighed like 45 pounds or something.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, initially it was at first to get that hard to get that first pull.
Sure.
But then after that, once I pulled it up and then I had to untie the knot, it was very challenging on my legs because I didn't know that you could sit on that the little piece there. If I could have, I probably would have done better. But so I just kind of stayed low. And so as I'm untying the knots and stuff like that, I didn't see there was like a hair tie or like some type of tie thing around the blocks. So I'm trying to get a good untie of it first, and then I finally see like the blocks and like there's like a little hair tie thing on it. So, but I couldn't reach it. I couldn't reach it. So as I'm untying it, it's actually unraveling fairly quickly because the blocks were actually pretty heavy, so it was like weighing it down. And so as I'm untying it, I stood up to like rest my legs, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go back down and try again. And then when I went back down again to finish unraveling it, it just fully fell, and I just had to jump off. I had to jump off. And so after I jumped off, we laid there. I'm thinking like, wow, this is it for me. I'm done. But not a lot of people made it up. So we were able to do like a redemption round, which I was very excited about because push-ups are my thing. So I knew I just had in the bag. I have to be one of the 4 ladies to be redeemed back in. And yeah, so every time they had us do the push-ups, they'd have us hold at the bottom. And then whenever he said up, we'd come up. And we did that for, I think, almost like, it was like 70 something.
73 push-ups, I believe.
It was hard to remember because I was so in the zone, I was just like listening to him, and that's it. And so, yeah, once he finally said the last person was out and we made it, we jumped up for joy. Yeah. We got in this big circle and just started, screaming. It just felt so good because I felt so bad that I didn't make it up the actual pole. But to be able to redeem myself in push-ups, it felt so good.
So do you feel, how much further do you think you could have taken it if they asked to keep going nonstop?
I mean, I still had more in the tank. Hey. And honestly, like, I just have this mental strength that I cannot lose, especially to something that I know I'm really good at.
Sure, yeah.
So I would say at least 100. At least 100. I would have been shaken, but yeah. I would have made it.
That's awesome. Yeah. So you're basically locked in. Basically, whenever that you saw push-ups, you're like, okay, compared to the average female, yes. like you're locked in.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie. I was kind of looking at everyone as they're like lining up, trying to size them. I'm like, okay, who could probably do this? And I'm like, okay, I know there's at least 3 really good ones here, but I know for sure, I don't care. I'm gonna be one of them. And I was.
And it worked out.
Yeah.
So now the obstacle course, unfortunately, was your last challenge. So can you walk us through how you formed your team? What ended up happening on the obstacle course itself?
Yeah. So after Mr. Beast or Jimmy like explained the challenge, and they said start forming your teams of 5. Just make sure 2 of them are smart. As soon as we turned around, I was next to Rose, and Rose and I had discussed prior to this that we would try to be on the same team because we were kind of like, in a sense, the outsiders. A lot of the people that we had alliances with had already gone. Oh. So we didn't really have our number 1 person there. So we just agreed we'd be together. And then Nicole was also in our vicinity, and she was also a push-up warrior or survivor. I call her a push-up survivor because we bonded through that, and we also bonded through faith. So I asked her, I was like, hey, do you just want to join our team? And she was like, yeah, let's do it. And as far as the smarts, we had no strategy on this. We had both Michelles that were also in the vicinity when we turned around. They weren't talking to anybody and stuff like that. And to us, we just thought, okay, if we just need smart people, it's probably because there's going to be some sort of puzzle, something smart related. So, we didn't look at, they should have both strength and smarts, right? So we were like, hey, do you guys want to join our team? And they were like, yeah. And that's it. Like, we probably were one of the first people to build the team because we were just so nonchalant, so chill. No, there wasn't
open to everyone.
Yeah, there wasn't a big strategy behind it. It was just like, we're cool here. We know we don't really have like big alliances with anyone else, and you guys are smart, so let's just do it.
Nice,
yeah.
And then what actually happened on the obstacle course itself?
Oh my gosh. So I couldn't, we didn't really get a good like analysis of the actual obstacle. So going into it, obviously we agreed I'd go first just because I have more experience on obstacles, and it rained also prior to this. Okay, so the obstacle course was already super slippery. And so anyways, on the first beam, I jumped on it, but I threw my entire body so that I could like just grab it like this. And even then, like it was really slippery. And my goal was to just go slow, just so that if I didn't have to fall and completely eliminate the team, at least right away, right? And so then from that beam, I had to jump onto the platform, and I just made sure I was kind of like starred out on it, you know, just in case, because it was actually, it moved around a lot. And then the second beam, it was like the same thing. Then once I got to the windmill, I kind of did like a quick like 1, 2, 3, and just threw myself, hoping that the windmill didn't like knock me off. I was like, I couldn't go down there. That'd be like the craziest and ugliest and most embarrassing fall ever. Okay.
Sure.
And then get to like the last beam, and this is actually where a lot of people before me had fallen. So I was like kind of nervous. I got it really slow. I probably was shaking a little bit. And once I brought that beam down, it was different from the previous beams, right? So it was lower, the platform was higher, and also a little further away.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
the distance was actually, I think it feels like 50% longer than the previous one, because the first few jumps didn't seem that bad, but that last one, yeah, that was brutal.
You couldn't prepare for that. You only knew about it when you got there, right? Yeah. So I already instantly knew I'm really short and I don't have the height for this. Yeah. And it was hard to get a good like jump because the beam is not stable either. So it's not like I could really use a lot of my leg force. So I could hear them on the side saying, you got to get closer to the edge. You got to get closer to the edge. Don't jump from the middle, which I wasn't going to anyways. But, you know, but when I got closer, it's just higher, you know, you know, so for me, it was just hard. I jumped and I just hoped for the best, and it wiped me out. It wiped me out.
Hey, but no, you did look badass, like, doing it. Like, you went through the first half of that course, like, it was nothing from my perspective. I remember, like, you were one of the people that was just, like, getting through the obstacles, like, nothing. Yeah. So,
thank you. But then I fell in the water and was fighting for my life. All right, here Brandon goes. He's getting ready to do his 4 rounds, half the reps. We're going to see if he can do it in 6:25, what I did, or better. Honestly, I feel like he could do 5 minutes. So we're going to see.
I think Sonia overestimates my ability.
No, I believe in him. I believe in him. Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
It's on my squat.
Once you do the squat, then you start your 4 reps. And go. 1, little lower if you can. 2, here you go. 3, 4. All right, hand release. We're doing the modified version on the knees. That's okay. He's still gonna hand release. Yep. 2, 3. Good. All right. Dumbbell deadlifts. Just 5 of them. Remember to hinge. There you go. Yep. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5. Yep. That's it. 5 burpees over. You got this right here. You got hop up, or you can step if you need. Yeah. Jump over. That's 1. Here you go. That's 2. Yep. That's 3. You got 2 more. Make sure you release those hands. Yeah. 4. Last one here, just jump over. And release, yep. Yeah, last one. All right, that's round 1. You're at 5.5 right now. I believe in you. After this, you get to rest, you're done. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 3 hand release push-ups. Your last push-ups. 6 minutes. Yep. 1. Yes. 2. 1 more, Brandon. There you go. 3. That's it. You got 10 total reps left and you done. 5. Let's go. 1, 2. Yep. 3, 4, 5. All right, last burpees. That's it. Let's go. Woo. You're done. You're going to be done right here. Let's go. Get into it. Come on up. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. 1. You got 4 more. 4 more. Yes. Let's go. 3 more. That's it. All you got. Yeah. 2 more, Brandon. 2 more. That's it. Knock it out and then fall over and breathe. You got this. Yep, yep. Woo! Last one. Last one. Yes, let's go, let's go, let's go. Woo! Yay! Let's go! Go ahead and rest. 7:51. 7:51. You did that, Brandon. That was good, huh?
So yeah, we're done with the workout.
We're done.
Sonia obviously demolished me, obviously with more weights, 15 more pounds than I did, plus double the reps, and we did the same amount of sets. But yeah, anything you have to say?
That workout was awesome. I'm really proud of Brennan for doing the workout.
I was expecting it to be, I wasn't expecting it to be 10 minutes, honestly. I know that I'm not strong.
10 minutes was the cap, but yeah, you definitely exceeded that. Like I knew he would.
Thank you.
And yes, I died as well. It's meant to, for the best of the best, to still get a good workout in. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself.
It was fun. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to do a rapid fire section. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Boot camp or Beast Games, which is tougher?
Boot camp, absolutely, 1000%.
Why so?
It just, because it was just mentally harder. It was longer.
Sure.
They required more of you. Beast Games was like, it was hard, but it was fun too. Like it was just super fun.
Cool. What is the most unexpected lesson you learned in the Marines?
The motto was like, hurry up and wait. It really taught me to like, just be patient, stay calm, even though nothing is happening.
Yeah, I love that. That's kind of very relevant also within the show. We're just like waiting for a few days.
Nothing is happening. We're just sitting around.
What's a hobby or interest that you have that surprises people?
Ooh, that's tough because honestly, all of my hobbies and my interests relate to some type of fitness stuff.
Sure.
So, I mean, I think if I just share that I do a lot of everything, a lot of people kind of get surprised because I'm small and I like to do obstacles. I like to do certain things that do require like probably big height and a lot of skill. And some people look at me and they're like, wow, you're so tiny. You're a mouse. I can't believe you do these things.
But then you show off and they're like, oh,
and
dang,
I show off and might flex on them a little bit.
There you go. I love that. What's your go-to comfort food after a tough workout?
Acai bowls. And
nice.
honestly, only banana and granola. I don't put all that extra stuff on there like berries and stuff. Banana, granola, so good.
Peak. And then how do you view your Beast Games experience in hindsight?
It was such a great experience. Honestly, it was just an honor to even be selected to go on the show. Like just me, like little old me, you know, like I felt really honored to be chosen. And honestly, I had a great time. I met some amazing people and I really challenged myself. I really pushed myself. I did things that I really wasn't sure if I could do, even just because even being on TV, like that's adds a little bit more stress, you know, a little pressure.
You're constantly being watched.
Yeah. But I'm happy that I now have a good Beast family, a different type of family that I can really say like, wow, I love you guys. And we did this together, you know?
100% agree.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Well, that's all the time we have for Behind the Beast. So thank you, Sonia, for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you for watching another episode of Behind the Beasts. It genuinely means the world to me. Now, for those who do not know, we are also doing a fundraiser across the entirety of the series for Major Connections. It is a foundation created by Gloria, one of the other contestants on the show, and its purpose is to provide resources as well as a sense of community for those with disabilities, both kids and adults in rural communities. Now, oftentimes major cities, they have the funds to be able to provide these resources, but smaller cities do not, and that is what Major Connections aims to solve. If you want to learn more about Major Connections, check out the link in the description. If you have the financial means to do so, please donate to the cause. And if you don't at this moment, that's okay. Please share it with your friends and family. But for now, thank you for taking the time to watch Behind the Beast, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.